Tents used by the homeless are a common sight in downtown São Paulo, Brazil's biggest city. City authorities allow the people to set them up at night. But they have to move early in the morning before São Paulo's janitorial teams arrive to clean up the area for the day. It's a tough life on the streets.
Tem algumas pessoas que ajudam a gente em alguma doação.
Some people help us with money, food, or donations. But there are others that simply ignore us, that treat us like garbage, like monsters.
And figures recently released by the federal government show the number of people living on the streets grew tenfold in the last decade, reaching more than 227,000 in 2023.
The issue of the homeless population is very much linked to the city's economic process, right? In a city with a poor economy, there are more poor people. We already had a bit of this scenario in the pre-pandemic process, but then came a pandemic that intensifies this process.
Social workers say during the pandemic the figures not only spiked, but the profile of the street population also changed.
The number of families increased, the number of women, the number of people with disabilities, the number of children. Before, they were always men between 30 and 40 years old.
It's degraded live condition without access to basic rights, with a high level of food insecurity and, above all, founded on the absence of a more structured policy for access to housing and housing policy.
The Brazilian federal government recently launched the Visible Streets plan, which aims to invest around $200 million in programs designed to support the homeless. This initiative includes social assistance measures like food and health care, but it goes beyond that. It also focuses on creating long-term improvements in the lives of this population. The plan announced by President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva involves 11 government offices, coordinated by the Human Rights Ministry.
There is nothing more degrading in human life than someone who has nowhere to live. They don't have something I like to call a nest.
There are so many empty buildings around here. There's one here, one there, one over there, and nobody does anything. There's a lack of more love for the population. A lack of more love for the population. More love, you know?
Officials say short and long-term solutions are essential not only for the homeless, but for society. Paulo Cabral, CGTN, São Paulo.